So yeah, nice to meet you. My name's Cece. I think we already said we're doing all right today.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. So I think this is the first time we've talked, right? Because we didn't talk
Yes.
last video. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, my name's Cece. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
So I'm Darky. I guess you you kind of know that already.
Yeah. I've been talking with Quill a bit about what's going on. So I think we mentioned you at least a little bit last time, but
Yeah, you played in the video for like 10 seconds. That was cool.
yeah, there you go. Get your old 10 seconds of fame. We have a little more, I think, this time because
Yeah, it's almost the time I got the record. I think I had it for 14 hours.
only
So
14. Oh no.
something like that. Might be even less. But I got it back again at some point. So that's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. So we like to record the interviews here, and then we like to use snippets in the video. So I hope that's cool.
Yeah.
We also usually release the video publicly afterwards. So if that's cool with you,
Okay.
awesome.
That's cool. That's cool.
And if there's anything that you want edited out, we'll edit it out. So
Well,
the main reason
I just hope I'm able to speak English.
Okay,
But,
that's fair.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be complicated. We can keep it simple. So, but the reason I mention all this is because in our last video that we did, apparently it wasn't clear that we were going to be uploading the interviews later, and a couple of the runners were like, "Oh, I didn't know that. I don't want you to do that." I was like, "Oh, well, that kind of puts a damper on it." We used snippets for the video, but we didn't get to release the whole thing. So yeah, it is what it is. But
Okay,
I just
okay.
wanted to make sure everyone's on the same page because
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess to get started, so we left off the video around, I think it was late 2019. Toads had just gotten the record because he was on a run and he did bracelet skip on a whim. And he just so happened to get it, right? And that was his like 144 something. I forget the exact
19.
time.
Yeah, that's when he stole my record 14 hours after I got it. So
Yeah.
I know.
Yes, you're very familiar with that one.
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay, yeah. So then that happens, and then I think nothing really happens after that. I hope people get some PBs and things, but no one really gets the record. And then there's the tournament, right?
Yes.
So, tell me about the tournament that happened.
So the tournament, I don't really remember it really well. I just remember that I won like pretty much every match until the final. And yeah, at first I was like Turtle and me were like, it was pretty obvious one of us was going to win, but then Vlak came out like of nowhere. He got the record during the tourney, like not a tournament match, but during the time the tourney was going on, he got the record, and then he just crushed me in the final. That was
Man. Yeah, I think it was you and Turtle. I can pull it up again. I had it at some point, but I think it was you and Turtle all the way up until winners finals, and then you won, and then Vlak came in through losers and met you in grand finals.
Yeah, exactly.
That was pretty nuts. He went on a really crazy losers run there.
No one was expecting him, really. He just came out of nowhere.
But Vlak is yeah. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. But Vlak has been playing the game for a while. I mean, he's not new to the game, but no one really expected him to take it. Do you think there was anything behind that, or?
I just think he grinded a lot for all the time during the tourney. The tournament lasted a long time, like a few months, so he had time to grind a lot. and he just became the best player. That's all. That's all there is, really.
Okay. Hey, sometimes that's it. Sometimes you just gotta grind it out and get to the top. So, I believe during the tournament, Vadi Manip was found.
Yeah, I think Vlak found the really good manip. I wasn't doing the manip at that time, so I don't really remember what it was. But yeah, that was part of why he was so good at the game, because Vadi has always been a huge time loss at the end of the run. And so yeah, manipulating it was really something very nice, even if it's really hard to do.
Yeah, hey, sometimes the best things in life are hard to get. So, okay. So he gets that. And then let's see here. When did you get the record back? Because you would get the record back from Vlak. Because Vlak got the world record during the tourney, right? He got like a 144.
No, I think he could. Oh yeah, during the tourney, yeah, January 3rd he got it. So yeah.
Okay,
Near
maybe it was
the
like
end
right afterwards. I don't know when.
And I got it back in May 2019. So his record lasted for 4 months. That's quite a lot.
Yeah. What were you just doing runs at the time, or were you inspired to take the record back, or?
I think I had a break from school at that point, and yeah, I got really motivated to running the game. Even if it was kind of a really bad route because of the cutscene Ocarina glitches. But I happened to get both Ocarina glitches in a run, even if the run was so bad because I died at some point. That was really, really bad. But still, if you get the 2 Ocarina glitches, like you're going to get world record. It was just so dumb at that point. So yeah, I got it by 1 second or like 0.7 seconds, something like that.
Just barely got in. That's right. For more than 14 hours.
Oh yeah, that lasted like 2 months
until
the new route was found. So yeah, I was really, really happy about that.
Yeah. I think you had just said a second ago that it was like the route was really stupid, and it was, if you got all the things, you would just get the record. Can you maybe talk a little bit about how that was back then?
Back then, almost no one was like running, or people were running an alternate route that was a bit slower, because you had to get a frame perfect trick at 60 FPS, and it was at 1 hour and 20 minutes into the run. And if you didn't get it first try, you just had to reset. So it was really dumb. You had to really get motivated to run it. And yeah, that's why I got the record with a really bad run.
Okay, cool. That was perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay. Let's see here. Then it looks like angle retention, DAR, is found, I think, just a few months afterwards. Actually, no, before we get to that, Octominip is found.
Oh yeah, Octominip.
Any thoughts on that? Because I know Octo's kind of a thing that's plagued runners for ages.
Octo was like the RNG time loss of the run. You could lose easily 30 seconds or even 1 minute if Octo was like bad. And finding a manip was really insanely good, because that made the route really, really good, because there was no RNG time loss anymore, like at all. The only time you could lose to RNG is like a few seconds, and not 1 minute like it was before. So yeah, that was really good.
Absolutely, I imagine so. Yeah, being able to solve the RNG time loss it's really nice.
Also, it wasn't even that hard to do. So yeah.
Nice. That's good. I think did Toads find that, or?
Yeah, Toads found that, like pretty much everything in the game, apart from diagonal angle retention.
Yeah, that, what we were just talking about, that was found by Solidified Gaming. That one's a weird one. Someone told me, I think it was Toads who told me that y'all had sort of known about the diagonal thing for a while, but nobody knew how to use it for anything useful, I think.
Yeah,
sound right?
we knew that strange things happen when you get out of a hole by holding a diagonal, but we never found like a way to use it. Never. But it turns out that if you grab something while being in that state, strange things happen.
Yeah, no kidding. I was just watching sort of the evolution of the Cave of Flames boss key skip, at least from the roll a bit room, and that one was pretty interesting. Seeing it kind of go through different iterations.
Yeah, also usually the first glitches were like 1 hour into the run, so the first half of the run was kind of boring to watch, I guess. But now it's really better because you got glitches not even half an hour in.
Yeah, that was a really interesting thing. Whenever we did research for the first video that we did a couple years ago, we were watching a run and we're like, okay, seems pretty standard, nothing really crazy going on, no glitches. And then finally we get the ocarina glitch. I forget where it was. It was like Cave of Droplets or something. And everyone's like, okay, see now we're like going like out of bounds and going all crazy and stuff. Like now we got some glitches. Now things are cool. So now it's cool that instead of having about an hour of no glitches, it's like, okay, cool. Now we finally have something cool in the middle. Do you know how much time Cave of Flames boss key skip saves?
I don't really remember. Something like 2 minutes, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I'm not really sure. I could check, but
we'll figure it out later. I just
yeah.
wondering if you knew off the top of your head, because I was like, oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't actually know.
Because I think the standard time I was getting at the end of Cave of Flames before the glitch was 38 minutes something, and now I can get up to 35 minutes. So it's like 2 minutes and a bit.
Okay. 2 minutes and change. That's good. All right. And then just beyond just Cave of Flames, I think the other one was the Verbal Hop or whatever. I don't know how you pronounce it exactly. I think it's German.
Verbal Hop or something. I don't really know either.
Yeah. Well, we all know what we're talking about.
It's written, yeah.
Yeah, so I think we were just talking about how the ocarina glitch in is Palace of Winds, right?
Yeah, Palace of Winds.
That's like the one that really sucks. You have to it's a 1 frame trick, and if you miss it, you have to reset. That skips it now.
Yes, you can skip the cutscene ocarina glitch was used to skip the bracelets. It saved like a bit less than 2 minutes, I believe. But now you can skip it really easily with that new glitch. And you also skip doing the second cutscene ocarina glitch because it's not really worth to do. It would only save like 10 or 20 seconds instead of 40. And you have a way to save time easily with that trick. So yeah, basically now the route of Palace of Winds is really cool. No really cancer tricks.
That's good. It's also if you mess up the trick, you just do it again. It's you don't have to worry about a 1 frame.
You lose like 3 seconds doing it again.
Yeah, exactly.
That's perfect.
Exactly. That's amazing. That's such a good turnaround too. From like literally it's a 1 frame trick, super hard. If you miss it, you reset. And now it's like, oh, now it's like basically free.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. I know you kept running because you've gotten some PBs since then, but I think Toads went on a bit of a tear, and he kind of just kind of kept getting run after run after run that was beating the world record. I'm assuming you were paying attention to that.
Yeah.
What was it sort of like seeing Toads do that, and then seeing Vlak come out and take the record as well?
I mean, Vlak had already gotten the world record, so he grinded a lot again, And for me, it's just normally got it back because he ran way more often than Toads.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So, so that leaves us today. We're at 137.38 is the record. Do you, and I think, you even just got a PB about 20 days ago, I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Are you expecting to are you trying to go for the record yourself, or?
The record is like a really, really insanely good one.
Yeah.
So maybe not for the record. I'm going to try maybe to get a 137, then we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe I'll get the world record. I have no clue, but for now, it's not my goal.
Okay.
Because it's really, really hard to get.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean, it's hard to always go for the record, but I always advocate for personal improvement. It's like, hey, I'm gonna beat my time. I'm gonna get that 137. I don't care for record. I want that 137. It's like, okay, I got you, man. Go ahead. What was I was just about to think of something about. Yeah, the 137.38 was pretty crazy because he PB'd by like a full minute, didn't he? Like 50 something seconds.
Yeah, I'd really good time already. I think it was a 138.45, so even better than my PB now.
Mm-hmm.
And he PB'd by another 1 minute and a half, I think. So that's a lot. You don't usually PB by that much at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely not at the top level.
Yeah, that run is crazily optimized.
Yeah. Were there any notable mistakes or anything in there? Because I don't.
I don't think so. I watched the run recently, and no, there's no mistake at all. Like maybe some minor movement error at some point, but really almost nothing.
Okay. All right. I guess out of curiosity, I guess I could find out what his sum of best is. I'm curious to know how far off his sum of best is. I wonder if it's on his timer. Probably. Sum of best is 136.45. He's less than a minute off in an hour and a half run. Okay, that's really good.
I don't know where he gets so much time from me. What is my sum of best? Wait 2 seconds. My sum of best is 137.07, so I'm not that far.
37%. Okay, that's less than, that's right about 20 seconds. So it's probably just a bunch of minor things. In an hour and a half game, right? There's 1 second on every split or something. Okay. All right. Well, this is a bit of a shorter video, so I think this is a bit of a shorter interview. So,
okay.
Yeah. Have we not talked about anything that you think I should talk about?
No, we talked about the manips, the new glitch, the tournament. I think that's pretty much all there is.
Okay. Yeah, this is kind of just a bit of an update video because
the video wasn't that long ago.
It was 2 hours ago, or not 2 hours, 2 years ago. I think it was the end of 2018 or August or something like that. But
okay, so
maybe
that's
September.
pretty long ago, actually.
But, yeah, I mean it was almost 2 years ago.
Nothing much really happened, like new glitches, but we didn't have time to go for a lot of runs since then, I guess.
Yeah, there hasn't been a ton of developments, but I really wanted to talk about how we left off where everything was like, it's bleak, it sucks, no one wants to run this because
it's crazy good.
Yeah, and now it's like, okay, cool, we got rid of Ocarina Glitch and Palace of Winds, right? Now we got Verbal Hop. Now we got Cave of Flame skips. We got a cool new thing. There was a tournament. We got a new guy on the top, right? Like things are looking up, right? Maybe things are still kind of hard to. It's still hard to PB and still hard to get world record. But now it's like the health of the game is like way better.
Yeah, it's definitely time to win the game.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, let's go ahead and end this recording. Thank you for sitting down and chatting with me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for the interview.
Yeah. All right, let me